Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing off the top 5 games from my childhood, and I'm doing this as a response to my friend Dr. Retro, who did the same before me and requested that other people share their top 5, so that's what I am doing. And I have to confess though, I am going to cheat a little bit, so it's not actually going to be the top 5. There's a couple ties in here. For number 5, it's a tie between Illusion of Gaia and Secret of Evermore. The reason why it's a tie is because they're very similar cases. They're both adventure games. I got them both for Christmas, and I loved them both. I played them multiple times. And there's a kind of a funny story behind Secret of Evermore, and that is my dad, a few weeks before Christmas, he teased me and he went, "Hey Sam, what if there was a game called The Secret?" And I'm like, "The Secret?" And he's like, "Yeah, The Secret of Evermore." And then for the next few weeks, he kept teasing me periodically, "Hey Sam, let's go play The Secret of Evermore." And of course, I didn't have any internet or anything, and I didn't subscribe to Nintendo Power back then, so I had no idea that this was a real game. I thought he was pulling my leg. So of course, on Christmas morning, when I opened it, it was Secret of Evermore, and it was a really funny moment, and I love the game, so that was awesome. And I'm so happy that my dad bought me that, and Illusion of Gaia. For number 4, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. This was the first adventure game I ever played, one of the first games that my family got, and I believe we got this from a neighbor down the street, and we got it with the guidebook, and that really enhanced the Zelda experience for me. Like, I loved looking through the guide at all the illustrations, all the Zelda lore that was in there, and all the maps, and it was obviously, the game speaks for itself. It's an awesome game, so that's why it's number 4. Number 3, I'm going with Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. The first RPG, the first JRPG, the first traditional turn-based RPG, I should say, that I ever played. I played Illusion of Gaia and Secret of Evermore before that one, I believe, but I consider those adventure games rather than RPGs, so that is the first real, undisputable RPG I ever played. And what's funny about that one is that my dad bought it thinking that it was going to be a traditional Mario game, and he'd never seen an RPG before. And when we actually booted up the game, I remember him getting to like the battle sequence. Well, I don't specifically remember, but I remember he was really disappointed, like he didn't understand why it was doing the turn-based battle screen. But I loved it. I decided to give it a go, and I loved everything about it. I loved the characters, loved the story. Just, it was awesome. And we got a third-party strategy guide for it. Actually, my dad got it for me for Christmas, and he actually got it after I beat the game, but I still love that as well. And I was crazy about Mario RPG, and it's still one of my favorite RPGs. I love it. And then, number 2, this is going to be another tie. Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Silver. I was like 8 years old when Pokemon came out, although I didn't know about it initially. I was like 9 when I first learned of it, and I actually didn't get any Pokemon games for a while. I got into the cards first because I didn't have a Game Boy. I only had a Super Nintendo, and my parents weren't the type to just spoil me with whatever I wanted whenever I wanted it. So after quite a while, eventually in, I think it was November of 2000, when I was 10 years old, they finally got me a Game Boy. I remember walking up and seeing on my bed there was Pokemon Yellow and a Game Boy Color. I was so excited. And I beat the game in a week, and I got Mewtwo, and it was just awesome. And I actually still have some of my Pokemon, including Mewtwo, from my original game, although my original save file is now gone. And the funny story about Pokemon Silver is that my parents bought some potato chips one day, and I saw they were having a contest giving away free copies of Pokemon Silver if you just send in 2 barcodes. So I did it, and then one day it came in the mail, and of course I went nuts. It was so exciting. And man, I played this game to death. I think I logged like 260 hours into it or something, and I completed the Pokedex. And much to my dismay, my file died on me like a little less than 2 years ago. And I should have preserved it with a mega memory card or something. I didn't know about those at the time. But that's kind of sad. But I do have the memories, so that's... And I actually took a snapshot of my play data, so that's cool. And then number 1 is really not difficult to decide. It's Super Mario World. My dad actually got this game and a Super Nintendo for his birthday in 1991. I was only 1 year old at the time, almost 2, so it wasn't for me, it was for him specifically. But when my parents started potty training me, I would not pay attention to a television show. and to keep me still, they decided to have me try Super Mario World. And the story is I caught on really, really quick. Unlike a lot of kids you see who will just mash buttons kind of mindlessly with games, I actually learned how to play it, and I played it very well. And actually there's a video on my channel of me at the age of 4 beating a level in Super Mario World. I actually play really well like a regular player would, and it's really fun for me to watch. And I just played this game like crazy. Obviously, I found all 96 exits, and this is a game that made me fall in love with video games. So this is clearly my #1 game that defines my childhood. So I hope you enjoy hearing about my top 5. If you have a top 5, I would like to hear from you. I'm sure my friend Dr. Retro would. And if you are the type to make a video response, please do so. See you next time.